Making their way to the ring now are their opponents. They are accompanied to the ring this evening by Dr. Nightshade. They are the team of Submetti and Shadow Gemini. Together, they are the Order of Thorn.
Fans, our second VIP match and our first opportunity to see the Order of Thorns. Submetti and Shadow Gemini. Now, Travis, I want you to understand, this is not Gemini Red, this is not Gemini Blue, this is not the Gemini that we are accustomed to seeing from Space Age. This is Shadow Gemini, and it's a little difficult for me to explain what happened here, but I can tell you that at an event in Tulsa, Submetti captured Gemini's soul and created somehow through whatever Submetti does, a second Gemini that personifies all the darker aspects of Gemini's personality.
Okay. That's
Shadow Gemini. So Gemini still exists. He's around. But there's Shadow Gemini, which is a separate. It sounds like I'm talking science fiction and fantasy. It's absolutely what I mean.
Right up your
with
alley.
Submetti, what can you expect?
All I had to know is Submetti was part of this team. I don't need all the details and everything in there, because if Submetti's on the team, there is something dark and mysterious about it. And you see Shadow Gemini, you see Submetti, and then this Nightshade.
Yeah, Dr. Nightshade, who's brand new on the situation here now, and what a physically imposing individual he is. I got to say, I'm surprised that he's sticking to a managerial situation here and taking a more active role in wrestling. But anyway, Shadow Gemini at Submetti, very, very dominant here over Los Combatientes Machos, who had a slight
wardrobe.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, wardrobe malfunction, I guess.
I don't know if you can call it a malfunction.
I don't know that it's really smart for them to do what they did in pandemic situation, but whatever.
I mean, it was clothes on top of clothes. I think okay.
Things are different in Mexico, I guess. And Submetti now tagging in as Muy Macho. Down in the corner.
This team of Submetti and Shadow Gemini, there's just something that's so off about it. Aside from everything that is already visually disturbing, it doesn't mean that there is it more that we haven't seen yet from them. I don't even think we've even scratched the surface about how dark this team can go.
Well, of course, we both know the history of Samedi with Mr. Durden's sideshow and the levels of depravity that Samedi went to there, and he wasn't even necessarily the most sick and twisted person on that group. But for him now to have created his own tag team partner and to face off against a veteran team like the Machos are.
Even veteran team like the Machos is putting it lightly. It's not like these guys have done anything of huge notoriety.
Macho now with the diving splash, but a tag by Shadow Gemini.
Looking over in the corner, and one of the Machos is just not feeling it.
And Muy Macho may have suffered some sort of an injury or in the opponent's corner. I'm not certain. He's trying to make his way back up into the corner. And Macho carrying the match for his team right now with diving splash. Nobody there. And Shadow Gemini with a somersault slap. And it just seems to have fired Macho up. Macho catching Shadow Gemini. Put him on the shoulder. And a full away slam.
This is really weird for me to make this statement, but I was actually impressed with that strength right there by the Macho.
Yeah, an incredible display of power and strength we're not accustomed to seeing from Macho, and almost resulted in a 3 count.
Well, almost
and a
still
tag.
only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. That hasn't changed since the
Let's
last
see if Muy Macho has recovered from whatever was affecting him earlier. Muy Macho on that top rope. Diving splash. Hooks the leg. Jesse Mueller in there. So close. And Muy now cinching in that chin lock. Trying to keep Shadow Gemini grounded.
Which is smart, because if you keep the opponent away from the corner, you'll be more than likely to succeed in this situation. That's the basis of tag team wrestling. You keep the weakened guy in, and you keep the guy away from his partner. Excuse me.
Irish whip corner to corner as Shadow Gemini charges in. Booed up by Muy as he's on the second rope. But Shadow catches him.
Strength of Gemini, too.
Spins Muy around, drops him. But Shadow does not keep, he doesn't go for the pin, which that's a bit surprising to me. Maybe that took more out of Shadow Gemini than either of us expected. And Macho trying to rally his partner to get to the corner and make the tag as Shadow Gemini crawls towards Samedi.
He's inching further and further closer to Samedi. Macho, though, is about to make the tag.
Tags on both sides. Here comes Samedi and Macho. Tucked underneath by Samedi. Spear by Samedi!
Good Lord! Samedi literally sprung off those ropes and just speared Macho, I was thinking, out of his mask. What is up with Samedi all of a sudden?
Macho has, within 2 moves, Macho has been laid out.
And Samedi, if I gotta say, it looked extremely impressive in that very short burst there. I'm thinking that since his association with this.
Oh, and look at this. This is something else that is unique to this team. They have some ability to
My
control
Lord, look at this.
physical movements of their opponents and get wins like that.
Your winner, the Order of Thorns.
Well, of course, we have tag team champions. The Chase are going to make their first tag team title defense tonight. And it won't be against the Order of Thorns, but I got to say, with a decisive victory of that nature, Shadow Gemini and Samedi have made it quite clear that they want to be in contention and consideration for a future tag team title shot here in WFC.
Well, I think they just went a long way in proving why they deserve to be talked about
fans, welcome to the first of our VIP matches here for the Freedom Rings Rumble event. My name is Cian Burnham alongside with Travis Foulhart, and we are opening up here with the Canadian Red Devil and the showcase, Alex Royal, alongside his newly recruited manager, Big Stevie Caballero, who has put back together the Caballero cartel.
Better than ever.
Alex Royal certainly wanted to be a standout representative of that cartel, but he's got an uphill climb here with the Canadian Red Devils. I had the opportunity to meet up with CRD backstage before this event. It's been a while, several months obviously, since I've had the chance to see CRD due to the whole COVID pandemic.
Probably didn't talk about anything relevant.
And CRD was, he brought me up to speed on a lot of things. You know, he just recently turned 40 years old. But
He doesn't look a day over 50.
well, despite your reluctance to look at the accolades of CRD,
He can't really actually say anything about his looks. The man wears a mask, which you
feels
all should be doing.
very, very good. You're right. He's way ahead of the curve on that one. He also recently told me he had adjusted his diet. He's like 99.9% plant-based now. So, for all intents and purposes, vegetarian, which he feels is going to prolong his physical endurance in here.
You know, the COVID situation has actually gotten a lot of people in some great shape. They've been doing other things. You had to find something to do on your time off. I'm sure CRD had to take a break away from going to Canada as much as he does.
Well, yeah, obviously not able to visit the home country and the hometown of Medicine Hat. Right now, much more concerned with the man who always likes to say that he's from anywhere but the city that we're in.
I mean, he looks like hesitant to actually go at Alex Royal, which I don't blame him. Alex Royal, one of our top athletes.
Look at that. Oh, look at that. No hesitation there. 1, 2, and
Well, that wasn't right. Alex Royal wasn't ready for that.
Alex Royal should be ready. The bell rang. This is a professional wrestling match. Alex Royal needs to understand what's going on here.
I mean, I understood what was going on. CRD was talking to Alex Royal about that sweet gear that he's got. Like, probably going to ask him where he got his entrance music done, too. CRD definitely looks up to Alex Royal, but Alex Royal is going to teach him that he has a lot to learn from the showcase.
Well, Royal always likes to say that he is the role model and savior for the people in need.
The Royal role model. Let's get that right. Like what I did there? Royal role model? I know you like that. I know you with me. I know you did.
Yeah, like a hole in the head. Oh, wow! You want a slap? That's how you're going to get a slap.
I guarantee you Alex Royal is probably going to miss that tooth that went flying with it, you know?
And Big Stevie Caballero looks a tad bit concerned.
Well, Big Stevie, as you just said recently, put back together the Caballero cartel, and they have been just as dominant as they were beforehand.
And Caballero, no stranger to CRD, but CRD able with eyes in the back of his mask as he takes Royal down.
Now you can't physically do that.
You can't physically take Royal down. He just did with the he's got the
You can't
arm bar.
physically see out the back of a mask.
Do you regularly wear a mask like CRD does? No, the
Not
man
like
look,
that.
look, the man is growing hair through the top of his mask. How do you know he can't see the back of his mask?
I really don't have an argument.
He's Canadian. I mean, they've got all kinds of free health care up there. I'm just saying there could be
Yeah,
weird.
they're weird as can be.
Yeah.
Oh, you agree?
I agree. I mean,
Ladies and gentlemen, this pandemic has literally struck everybody. Burnham actually agrees with me. This is going to be a wonderful night. I can feel it already.
CRD forcing Royal down to the mat, leveraging, and he's not doing it through the weight either, because CRD mentioned that one of the byproducts of that change, the shift up of his diet, is that he's dropped about 20 pounds of weight.
Wow. I mean, it definitely shows. You can't take that away from him. This is the first time I think I've actually seen him in not tights, but, you know,
You're right.
in
No,
perspective.
yeah,
Trunks.
back
There
in
we
the
go.
trunks there, yeah. And Devil now pulling Royal to the outside.
What's he doing? Trying to give people an education on?
Now he's giving Royal an education.
Well, I thought he was. I was like, was he trying to teach him wrestling holds? He's not a teacher here. That's your job.
Well, don't get me started. CRD wrapping that arm over. He's isolated that left arm. Of course, Royal trying to fire back with a couple of shots to the midsection, but CRD negates that and drops Royal one more time. Now, CRD going to the outside again. No particular concern about Big Stevie Caballero, but a lot of focus over the arm, the elbow.
This is actually a tactic that I would have expected more so from Alex Royal, not CRD. And I think it's kind of thrown Alex Royal off his game a little bit, maybe even Big Stevie. This is just not, I don't think, what they expected from CRD at all.
I think that they perhaps are not aware of the things that CRD has told me, which is that he feels very, very reinvigorated here. He knows that he's competing against people who are much younger than him in many instances, but he believes that he can still compete. He wants to show that he can still compete with the young Lions here in WFC, and showing this more aggressive side while still sticking to the things that he knows best, which is essentially submission-based wrestling.
Well, he's going to have to do a better job at that because, like you said, WFC has a ton of guys in that locker room that, like you said, are young Lions, ready and hungry for that spot. CRD, you got a long way to go because, let's face it, if I'm going to be honest, CRD has floundered throughout WFC over the last year or so. I mean, it is what it is. And you're talking against a man who has been a former Hometown Heroes champion, a man who was part of the most dominant faction that WFC ever saw with the Villains and had great success there as well. Multiple-time tag team champions. I could go on and on and on.
Oh, and Royal now dumping CRD to the outside.
But Alex Royal showing it right here
and
how great he is.
And Stevie Caballero getting a little too flagrant right there, wrapping that belt around the throat of CRD, but
what belt? I saw him pick him up and just hold him. That's all I saw. He set him up perfectly for that super kick off the apron from Alex Royal. And now he's
Caballero
just
now
these fans.
lurking very close to CRD as he and Alex Royal. And what's Royal doing? I think he's taking off some of his wrist tape. Perhaps going to try to choke CRD. It's hard to tell from the vantage point here.
I'm sure that's not what he was doing at all. Alex Royal's not going to choke CRD. You don't need to
of
resort
course
to
not,
those tactics.
because Alex Royal never breaks the rules. Alex Royal is an upstanding citizen of any town except the town we happen to be in. Yeah.
Why are you trashing this man who has never done anything to you?
Oh, I'm not. I already said he's the role model and savior of the people in need.
Royal role model.
You say that. He hasn't said that.
in
I'm
his
sure he'd
name.
love it. I'm sure he'd love it, but he hasn't said that, so I'm not going to say that until he tells me.
You ain't got to say it unless it's in the man's name, which it is. Royal is in his name. So it is the Royal role model. Right now, we see the showcase, though, having his way, beating down on CRD. Nice snapmare over. And look at that knee pinpointed right there at the base of his head, right on that neck and spine area.
I will say that it has been an impressive recovery after all the work that CRD did on the left arm of Alex Royal.
Oh, no, you can see it. He's in a little bit of pain.
Oh, and I see this too. Here we go again. Big Stevie Caballero. Nick Chan is preoccupied with Royal.
You cannot fault Alex Royal for that.
I can 100% fault Alex Royal for it.
Why did he do
Well,
that?
okay, no, you're right. I can fault 50% Alex Royal and the other 50% Big Stevie Caballero.
If anything, it's 100% Big Stevie because it's not like Alex Royal.
So you blame him too. He's over here blaming you for this stuff, Stevie.
No, I'm just making the case that it's not Alex's fault. Stevie is a man on his own of his own actions. You can't blame Alex Royal for anything Stevie does. Even if he is his manager, that doesn't mean he controls his actions. Come on, Barnum, you know.
You haven't been around Stevie as long as I have. You don't know how deep inside the minds of people he can get.
He is a well-honorable man.
Cut rate Hugh Hefner.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Never mind. Alex Royal now.
look at
forearms and chops.
Well, you talked about CRD having an aggressive side. I saw nothing but straight aggression there from Alex Royal.
It does seem like Royal has found his second gear.
Oh, yes.
Oh, good lucha roll out and a big boot in the corner.
Look at the showcase in all of his glory. No pandemic can stop the showcase.
And Royal down, snapmare into a pin, and only two. Only two, and again, Caballero trying to instruct referee Nick Chan on how to make a 3 count.
Well, it allows me to actually save my voice this time because Stevie did it for me. Tell the referee he needed to count faster. Absolutely correct.
Go ahead. Shout at the devil.
Now just putting the boots there to CRD, stomping the man while he's down. Best way to do it. Oh, good side kick right there to the side.
And look, Caballero.
Oh, what? A water break.
With a refreshing. Now, that looks like a pretty standard bottle of water to me. That's not the, what was that brand of water he used to drink?
Voss water.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
No!
Well, see, now this is what happened. That's the problem. If it had been Voss water, then it would have worked fine.
Oh, a nice senton there by CRD. And now 1-2, and Caballero trying to sneak his way into the ring. But Royal with the kick out. And the match continues.
Caballero's going to take note. Next time I'm sure they're going to have the Voss on standby. But, you know, there's been a little bit of shortage of supply on certain things. Voss water, I think, has been on a little bit of a downside. So you have to go with what you get.
Oh, CRD going for the axe handle. Roll through by Royal. CRD gonna now. CRD looking to lock in the sharpshooter. Royal fighting it. Nope. Not able to lock that in there. Royal quickly underneath. Oh, Royal calling for the brainbuster. But CRD.
Oh, man. No, this is not good. Come on, Alex. You're going to have to get back up to your feet here.
Well, that may be a little difficult because Royal's nether regions are in a great amount of pain. Let's just put it that way. And now CRD going to complete what he was attempting before.
If he can get him over.
If he can turn him over.
Oh,
CRD walking through there. He's got it. Royal up in the push-up to negate some of the pressure on the back, but he can't hold that forever.
Alex, you got to reach for that corner there. Got to get to the corner.
Oh, look at this. Look at Stevie Caballero using CRD's own shirt. And again, what?
What's wrong with that?
That's first of all, that's not his shirt. Second of all,
it doesn't matter if it's his shirt or not. It was at ringside. It's not like he laid his hand on CRD. He offered a shirt to Alex
Royal laid a foot on CRD.
He did indeed.
And Royal, brainbuster. Royal hooks the leg, and that's all.
The showcase is your winner, Alex
Royal. His first match back in WFC, and he picks up a huge win over a, must admit, very game CRD. Good job there. That was tough, but you prevailed. You prevailed. That's good.
Too bad I got a microphone.
That's what it looks like to be a winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, a fine exhibition from the showcase. Alex Royal proving premier athlete in this or any other WFC ring.
Shut up.
And he and myself are sick and tired of him not getting the recognition, of him not getting what he deserves. From the lowest monkey in the back, all the way to the tippy top of those in charge of WFC. Alex, why don't you tell them all about it? Real quick, let's make one thing perfectly clear. When this microphone hits my mouth, you sit down, shut yours, and listen to what I have to say. For far too long, Alex Royal has been looked over at this company. Alex Royal has done everything he set out to do all across Oklahoma, except one thing. That's win the WFC championship. And tonight, Alex Royal will crown himself the new contender to go take the championship, put it around this gorgeous waist, put a plaque on my wall, and celebrate myself like I always do. And trust me, I've been held down for far too long, and that's not a lack of ability or for lack of trying. It's because WFC doesn't want to invest in a guy like Alex Royal. They would rather take sides of people like you, which if I have to say, if COVID-19 was a person, it would look like each and every one of you. And you too, old lady, you keep jawing your mouth, I'll send you right back to the supper line. Right there at the retirement village where you belong. So I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. I'm here to make a proclamation. Tonight, I take the contendership, anniversary show, I take the championship, and guess what? If you have a problem, deal with it.
The showcase is here.